All right, welcome to Coco Beach Club, something I have been so excited about for such an incredibly long time, and even the entryway is absolutely beautiful. What you need to know about this is your luxury experience on Coco Cay. So if you are one of our customers who stays in suites, this is a perfect extension that you may want to think about purchasing because it kind of continues that experience from ship onto land. There's two ways that you can experience it. The first would be to buy a day pass. Just for reference, today when I checked my cruise planner, it was about $200, which can be a phenomenal value if you value everything that's included with it, the upgraded food, and then you'll see the space in just a minute. And then of course you can also purchase a cabana. If you have 6 to 8 people that are going, it also could be a tremendous value for you because you're gonna get all the wonderful cabana amenities, the cabana itself, and then of course entrance to this exclusive club. So if you do want to enjoy Coco Beach Club, my high recommendation is to book it as soon as it goes out. The cabanas are usually sold out months and months in advance. But what's going to happen when you come in here, they're going to check you in right over here. When they check you in, they give you this great little wristband here, VIP, there we go. That way they know that you're meant to be in this space and you can enjoy all of the amenities that are included. As we continue on in, the first space I wanted to point out on my right-hand side is the restaurant. So they have a fantastic sit-down menu. Got to try the lobster for sure. Always got to try the lobster. They also have this buffet over there and then 2 hand washing stations. Please always make sure to wash your hands wherever you are before you eat food. And then you got a couple restrooms over on the side as well. Very clean. What I've noticed is they've been constantly cleaning the entire space the whole time we've been here. All right, so now we're going to continue on into the Coco Beach Club. What I've found over the entire space, there's a lot of little hidden nooks and crannies where you've got seating like this, looking out at the ocean, of course. You got a rocking chair over there, several different loungers with a couple different shade structures. So maybe you want partial shade, maybe you want the full shade right there. And then as we continue on, got some couches, some more chairs, and then, well, heading over to it. But what really sets this apart more than anything else are 2 features. The one are the floating bungalows that are over to my left. And then just behind me here, you have this beautiful infinity pool. In between and all the way around, you're gonna have loungers with shade. Once again, you pay the entry fee and all of that is included. There's no additional cost with that. So right here, you're gonna have your rainforest shower head so you can rinse off before or after the pool or the ocean, or kids are with you, all the sand that we know is inevitably gonna be in Harr and absolutely everywhere else. Over here, you've got your bar. Once again, really beautiful, great breeze coming through. Behind it is the restaurant for reference. And then over on the far side, I did want to point out that this is fully accessible and they do have an accessible lift that goes into the infinity pool. All right, so now we are headed into one of the landside cabanas here at the Coco Beach Club. If you'll follow me on in, the very first thing that you're gonna see is the family name. We asked them to leave this up. This is actually from yesterday, but they have this cabana ready for us. You'll see these curtains as soon as you walk in. And to my right, you're gonna have a full closet. So you got a ton of room to put things away. If you're traveling with your family, it's always great to have a little bit of storage. You also have US plugs up above and down below. Right here, you're gonna have the mini fridge. Most of the items are included if you have a beverage package on the ship. If you don't, you're gonna pay a la carte, and then there's also some specialty items as well, as you would expect. I wanted to show you this really cool technology component here. They have connect with Bluetooth as well, but they got this little screen here where you can select your own music. You can communicate with the cabin stewards. In fact, cabana stewards, sorry about that. I just spoke with them a minute ago to order food. They're gonna bring it directly here in just a couple minutes. But once again, you shut these curtains off. You have a ton of privacy in here, and then you can just call and have whatever you want on demand. This coffee table doubles as a safe, which is really fantastic. You can put as much stuff as you want in there and then just go ahead and set a code and lock it up. You've got this really nice couch with chaise. I noticed that everything feels ultra luxurious. Even the towels are super nice and soft and fluffy. And well, this couch is really comfortable. I kind of want to sit down and take a nap here. I think this might be a dad nap place for sure. But I'm going to continue on. You've got 2 more chairs here. look like little day beds. And then of course your loungers that look out at the really beautiful beach and this incredible ocean view in front of me. You've got the towels at every single one, and this really cool ice table. It actually comes up so you can have a higher, if you're tall like me, you can have a higher table, but it's also filled with ice. When it gets a little warm here in the Bahamas, it's really nice to have a little bit of ice, I'm not gonna lie. And then one other feature that I wanted to point out is the fan. So we have a great breeze here, especially when you open up the back right there, but the fan also keeps the air moving, and so it feels very, very comfortable in here. There's a couple other features that I think are super important to understand, and one is they have a phenomenal menu. That's all included there. So you can have surf and turf. In the morning, they actually have continental breakfast and such, but this is your private dining table. You can order from the cabana steward. They're gonna bring it right here, or you can head over to the Coco Beach Club, which is absolutely beautiful. All right, so now we're gonna check out the floating overwater bungalows. These are so incredibly cool. Come on in and let me show you what it's all about. First and foremost, this is a massive space for a bungalow. I'll just walk across here for a second to give you a little bit of context, but it's absolutely huge. The very first thing that I see is this super comfy couch with a chaise here. This looks like a little dad nap spot for me personally. I know I'll be there shortly. Really, really comfortable, and everything in here is ultra luxurious. Even the towels are super fluffy and really, really nice. Here you have your coffee table. It actually doubles as a safe. I think that's absolutely brilliant. So right here you've got your punch code. You create your own code. You can put your personal belongings in there to lock them away completely. And then you also have these two chairs that are almost like mini day beds and another table right here. I'm gonna take you over to the side because you have your own wet bar. You also have, come around the corner here for 1 second, you also have this fantastic piece of technology here. It's covered up right now, but what you have in there is a screen. What the screen's gonna do is it's gonna allow you to select your own music. You can call your cabana steward so that you can order food. Basically anything that you need is on demand for this particular space. You pay a pretty good price for it, but I think actually the value is really, really incredible. But once again, this opened just a couple weeks ago. You have the top technology in any single cabana in the entire industry. In addition to the phenomenal food options, and just for example, you can get surf and turf. You also have continental breakfast here in the morning, but they have a huge, highly upgraded menu that is basically the equivalent to a specialty dining restaurant on the ship. You also have your mini fridge down here. It's all stocked. If you have a beverage package on the ship, it's gonna work here as well, but there are some upgraded items or specialty items that may not be. If you don't have it, you can also order a la carte. Totally up to you. And then I wanted to show you this really, really cool space. So because you're floating on the water, it's a really nice amenity to actually have your own shower. So if you look over here, you just pull down right there, you've got this rainforest shower head. You see down there, you hose off. So if your kids are in the beach and you have the sand, or if you hop in the ocean and you have a little salt on you, that's fantastic. You also have a little bench here so you can sit and get ready. And there's always gonna be snorkel gear. Snorkel gear is complimentary and included with all of the cabanas here at Coco Beach. For those of you who are curious about it, we do have 2 US plugs there and 2 there. If you are traveling and you have European appliances, maybe you want to bring a European converter. I usually do that, but it would work here as well. And then you notice they have an umbrella because the walk out here is exposed to the elements. Once again, I think you're here to get in the water, enjoy the fun in the sun, so I don't think that's going to matter one bit. So I have an incredible breeze right now. In fact, it feels really good, and I wish I could just stay here and camp out, but definitely want to show you the entire island today. But right here, you have a fan. Once again, keeps the air moving, makes a huge difference. That matters more when you shut all the curtains, because you can shut the curtains on 3 sides and have a ton of privacy because you're looking directly out to the ocean. See the other set of curtains over here? And they do have lights here as well. Some of the ships are having later and later stays, which I think is phenomenal, but just something I wanted to point out. And there you go. The absolute coolest part, especially for the kids, is you have your own slide. This is similar to like the palafitos that they have just off the coast of Mexico, and then of course the floating overwater bungalows elsewhere in the world. But having this slide for kids to just go out, I know my daughter would probably go on it a few thousand times. good for everybody. And the other thing with that I wanted to point out is I do see a lifeguard there, I see a lifeguard over there, and then there is lifeguards throughout, and even out in the water there, they have a gentleman on a Sea-Doo, a lifeguard out there, and he's got an umbrella. Please, please, please always pay attention. The kids should always have their life jackets on. They are complimentary. They're on the beach. They also have them at the Coco Beach Club, but it's just nice that they've added those extra safety measures. I'm gonna continue along here. You've got 4 beach chairs, and you can see the view looking directly at me. I mean, it's perfect. It's looking out at the ocean, this beautiful crystal clear water today. And then I wanted to point out this table slash ice bucket. So it is filled with ice and water. That's complimentary, and they're always gonna have that here. And then it functions as a table as well. You notice you have one umbrella here. You have another umbrella that is shading your dining room table. Once again, all you have to do is call. They're gonna bring you whatever you want here, a huge, expanded, delicious menu so you can have your lunch here and relax. One thing I did wanna point out, just to be, full disclosure to everybody, is, it's moving a little bit. I love it, it feels perfect for me, but if you're somebody who's ultra prone to seasickness, you may wanna consider one of the land-based cabanas, but to me that just enhances the experience. One more thing that I'm super excited about, I love going on catamarans. That's one of my favorite things in the entire world, to go sailing on a catamaran. You have this beautiful catamaran net here, so you can sit down, lay down, look out at the ocean. I mean, I don't think it gets any better than this, any destination in the entire world. This is phenomenal. To partner it with a cruise, I don't know. I know I'm I'm super excited, but this is something that I didn't even know a cruise line could do, and Royal Caribbean hit it out of the park. Please make sure that you subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the bell for notifications. It makes all the difference in the world for us, so that we can continue to share all of these incredible cruise destinations and ships around the world.